discuss about the types of the vector. Basically there are different types of a vector. First of all, let me tell you that what is head and what is tail of a vector. So for example, this is a vector. We are representing the vector by an arrow, as I told you in the previous video. So this cap is the head of the vector and this end one point is the tail of the vector. Okay, let's discuss about the type. The first one type we are having is equal vector. What is equal vector? That one vector that is having the same magnitude, same direction, and the same unit. It is known as the equal vector because we are having equal magnitude, direction and the unit. For example, we are having two vectors and they both have the same direction and the same magnitude, and we are having the same units too. They are both in the direction of the east. So north, south, east and west, these are the directions. So they both are in the same direction and they are having also the same magnitude and same units. So these both are the equal vectors. The second type that we are having is negative vector. Negative vector. Okay, so what is this? In negative vector we are having the same magnitude and the same unit, but different or opposite direction or opposite direction. For example, we are having two vectors. They both are having same magnitude, but their direction are changed. This one is moving into the west and this one is moving into the east, but they are having same units, meter and meter. They both are moving in the opposite direction but having the same magnitude and same units. So this is known as the negative vector. Then the third type that we are having is parallel vector. Parallel vector. So what is this? We can see that the two vectors are said to be parallel if they have same direction and it depends upon the value that it may be or maybe not, the unit and magnitude will be same. May or not be same, it depends upon the situation. So what is the angle and what is the angle that is making between the parallel one? That is 0. This is a constant value, that the angle that is formed between two parallel vectors is 0. That is 0. So for example, we are having two vectors. They are having the same direction but they are not having the same magnitude and not the same unit. I told you that it depends upon the situation. So these are known as a parallel vector. What does mean by parallel? Parallel mean by two lines that are similar to each other. Then on fourth number we are having anti-parallel. It is the opposite of the parallel vector. It is the anti-parallel vector. So what is it? It is that the two vectors are said to be anti-parallel if they have opposite direction, but their magnitude and unit depends that it may be or not be same. For example, this one and this one, they both are having different direction. It is moving in west and it is moving in east. So if we will look, so they both are having the same units and the same magnitudes. As I told you that it may be or may not be their magnitude and units are in opposite direction. So it is anti-parallel is basically the opposite of the parallel vector. Anti-parallel is the opposite of parallel vector. And then on fifth we are having collinear vector. What are collinear vector? Collinear vector, that two vectors that lie on the same line. Lie on the same line is known as collinear vector. For example, this one and this one, they both are the collinear vector because they are lying on the one and the same line. These two vectors are the collinear vector because they are lying on the same line. They are having the same line. It does not matter that what's the direction, what's their magnitude. In collinear vector, we are just looking forward towards that on what plane, on what surface, on what platform the two vectors are consisting. So whenever two vectors are on the same line, they are known as a collinear vector.